By the way, guys, you're taking advice from a guy that's never had a job in his life. I've never had a job. Have you had a job?
No, not technically, no.
Technically, no. Neither of us had a job.
It may not pay off at the beginning, even if you're not making money for 3 or 4 years. You're still ahead of the people who are at uni because they're already in debt 30 to 40 grand. So you're already 40 grand ahead of them, even though you've made nothing.
Did you watch the last episode of Love Island? Oh my god.
Man.
Did you see Chelsea beat Arsenal?
No, I don't care, bro. It's some dude kicking a ball into the net. Does it make any odds to my life?
Bro, Real Madrid just signed some Spanish kid from the favelas. No way.
Who gives? Who gives a fuck?
Welcome back, guys, to Next Gen Success. Today, me and Ellie are back for a solo episode, but today we're going to go into a few topics. One, about school, and is the school system designed to make you fail? Number 2 is how to network with valuable people. As you see, me and Ellie, we've had loads of valuable guests on our podcast already. So we'll tell you kind of how we met these guys, how we get in contact with them, and just a skill of networking in general and how it leads to success.
And also good ways to do it yourself if you haven't started, or a way to start.
We're also going to talk about modern day business, like online business, things people are doing now versus old school business. And
traveling, since we're on the topic of it now, we're leaving soon.
Leaving on Sunday, it's Friday today. We're going to China,
Bali, Singapore, Thailand, hopefully Israel, and hopefully Dubai.
And then I'm gonna pop into Cyprus. You can come with me if you want.
Yeah, why not? A little bit of tax evasion never hurt.
It's not tax evasion. It's more like
it's a great
good
area.
sun,
Tax evasion,
good network,
and tax evasion.
Do you hear about the 0% tax here?
Yeah.
You must not have known about it, but
No, definitely not.
Definitely
okay, so is school designed to make you fail?
Straight off the bat, yes and no. I'll tell you why yes. Let's think of it from this perspective. School hasn't evolved in 100 years.
I mean, if you think about it logically, look at a phone now versus look at a phone even 20 years ago. 20 years ago, a phone was looking like a Nokia, got physical buttons on it. All you have is SMS message and cool. That's about it. Go 20 years forward, you got an iPhone, different apps, message, WhatsApp, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all those different things that you can do on it. You can video, you can take photos. Naturally, things evolve over time. As you can see, school 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 100 years ago looks identical to how it looks now. A room full of kids with a teacher at the front. The only thing that's changed, instead of a blackboard with chalk,
Is a whiteboard.
it's a whiteboard
Why is
or
that?
a TV or a screen.
Why is it a whiteboard instead of a blackboard?
I don't know, ask yourself that. But look, you can see that hasn't evolved. And I believe everything evolves with time. Everything gets better over time, but school hasn't. Even like every classroom looks identical, almost looks like a jail. You go in, you get told when you can leave, you can get told when to eat, you get told if you can or can't go to the toilet, which is pretty much a basic human right.
I believe school is an indoctrination camp. Personally gone through it. You have too, just you dropped out a bit early. But I think it's an indoctrination camp. I feel like once I started to think differently and my mind started to develop, I felt out of place there, and I could tell they didn't like it. They saw that I was a bit of a free thinker.
Out the box,
and they didn't like that. They wanted me to think exactly how they told me to think. And they also like try program things into your mind, the things they tell you. And again, my teacher who teaches business never ran a business himself. So why is he teaching me business?
and when we say they tell you, it's not even the teachers themselves or the head teacher, because they're already in the system themselves. They don't even realize it. They think that going to school and the natural way is the best way to do it. It's more the people who run it. If you ask a teacher if you think school is good, obviously they're going to say yes. Same for a headmaster, same for anyone who works in the school or goes to university. So, I mean, that's just how it's going to be, isn't it?
Yeah. And with school, obviously you go from school to university. You know the whole thing about getting student loan to university, getting into debt, getting a degree. The degree doesn't entirely get you much because everyone comes out with a degree, and all it tells you is you have a piece of paper that says that you got to school on time, you did your exams, you did what you were told, and you're employable. But from what I've seen, so I used to do freelance work whilst I was in school. 15-year-old kid, whatever, and they never asked me what grades did you get in school when I went for a job. I was doing these jobs online. I'd send them videos I've edited before. Here you go, I'm a video editor.
Exactly, because if the edit looks good, they're not going to ask you, oh, did you pass editing school? Did you have a piece of paper to say you can edit? Because the video looks good, the product looks good, so why does it matter if you have a piece of paper at the end of the day?
Exactly. Then every skill I learned, all I had to do was prove I've done it before. I just did some free work for clients and then people would pay me. Simple as that. And then I have people that I know that have gone to university. They come out of university and they say, can you help me find a job? Why are you going to me to help you to find a job?
Exactly. All the teachers just say is, oh, if you fail, you're not going to get a job. The whole point of university for you was so that you could get a job that pays well. But instead you come out with debt, come out not being able to find the job you wanted, not even sure if you want that job in the end, and then end up maybe regretting your 3 to 4 years you spent in uni, probably most likely drinking and partying and doing pretty much nothing.
This is the thing though. I'll tell you one good thing about the debt. Tax write-off.
Yeah, but you can't write off the tax if you got no money to pay yourself back.
If you don't have a job to earn an income, and you might get a job, but you have to start at the bottom and build your way up. And you're essentially going to be doing the same thing for 20 years until you build your way up in a company. If you stay in that company, if you move companies.
Most of the time people bounce between jobs. Okay, first year they're at one company making 38k a year, then they go to the next one for 40k, next one for 50k. But they're in school for like 3-4 years, or paying how much, 20k a year? I'm not exactly sure.
10k a year.
10k a year, not cheap. Whereas if you do what me and Ariel are doing, don't go to university, finish schooling at 17, 18, you can spend those 3-4 years building something for yourself. It may not pay off at the beginning. Let's say even if you're not making money for 3 or 4 years, you're still ahead of the people who are at uni because they're already in debt 30 to 40 grand. So you're already 40 grand ahead of them, even though you've made nothing. And in those 3 to 4 years, you educated yourself. Hopefully you've educated yourself and spent that time building something and networking and getting closer to people who are high value, you could say. And then like create a business for yourself. Create something instead of just doing what everyone else does. You're 3 or 4 years ahead of everyone else your age. You could do so much in 3 or 4 years. Look at how much you've changed from the age of 17 to 20 or 13 to 16. There's a lot that can happen in 3 years. You can make a full business. You can make making 10, 15, 20, 30, 40k a month before you're 20.
It's not for everyone.
No.
I wouldn't say that path is for everyone. Not everyone wants to take the risk and start their own business.
I mean, look, if you want to be like a doctor, a lawyer, something that requires a degree. I don't know what other jobs. Yeah, doctors, lawyers, scientists, that or like those sort of things that require a degree. If you really want to be one of those, you're going to have to get a degree. You can't just rock up to a law firm and say, yeah, well, I can argue with people, can I have a job? You need a piece of paper to prove it. But if you don't want to be if you don't want to have a job like that and you want to make something for yourself, I don't think university is the thing.
I don't think it's for everyone. Some people are okay with just working a simple job that pays the bills, even though they're going to be living off paycheck to paycheck, barely can afford anything nice.
You may be able to afford nice things, but you're still not on your time. You don't get to choose when you come into work. You haven't got that freedom. You may be financially free, but you're not time free.
You're not financially free though.
No, because some lawyers are making 100+ K a month, which makes you financially free.
How does it make you financially free?
Because you're making 1.2 mil a year pre-tax and pre-everything. But
yeah, but does that
you haven't got your own time. You're still working for someone. You don't get to choose what you do.
Okay.
Money-wise, you're free, but everything else you're not.
I guess because there's a limit of how much money you can make.
Yeah, to a certain degree, yeah.
So are you financially free?
Yeah, you are financially free if you're doing it well. But being successful isn't just about financial freedom. You want to be able to spend time with your family, travel when you want, buy what you want, do what you want. But just making money isn't going to let you do everything you want to do.
Interesting. I just think when you were talking about the networking side, university is not the place to network. Tell you why. Because you're surrounded by other kids trying to do the same. They're all going to uni, they're going to party, they're going to drink. And the ones that don't, they're still not where you want to be.
But having people around you that want to do the same isn't a bad thing as long as it's the same thing you want to do. Because me and you, we want to do the same thing. Me being around you isn't bad. But being around people that just want to smoke, drink and party is bad.
Yes, but I'm saying because we're out of university, most of our friends nowadays are in their 20s or 30s or even 40s.
50s, Daniel.
So me and you hang out with each other, but we have the same thing where we're hanging around other people who are older than us and who are where we want to be.
And also it helps if you're in university, you're basically interacting with kids. You're not going to understand how adults work as much. You're not going to understand their view on life. You only are able to speak properly to kids. Whereas me and Ariel, most of the time we spend most of our time with people, sometimes double or if not triple our age. We're friends with some 60-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 40-year-olds. It helps you network when you're spending time with older and more successful people because you understand how they work. The way a 40-year-old or a full-grown adult operates is far, far, far different to how me and Ariel would operate or anyone in our age group. It's just how it's like naturally that's how it is. Someone's that lived double, if not triple your life, is just going to operate differently and have a different view.
All right, so what do you do instead of going to uni? I would say develop a skill, develop something that is sort of valuable to someone else that you can sell for money. A skill, you can do it online, you can do it in real life, but a skill could be sales. Sales is massively and widely used by everyone, and it basically unlocks you the freedom to do anything.
Any business is pretty much selling something, whether that's selling your service, selling your product, because you could sell your service like editing, or you could sell like my family does. We have event spaces, we sell space, anything. You're pretty much just selling stuff. That's how you're going to make money.
So what you're saying is everything requires sales.
Yeah.
They're widely needed. So sales is a good skill.
Well, if someone needs to buy something, someone needs to sell something.
Or you could figure out problems. Look, okay, what problems are there in the world and how can I solve them? What skills do I need to solve them? How can I monetize it and make money from it? Yourself, essentially. Or you could go out and get a job. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. You can go out, get a job. You're surrounded by some people. Let's say you're getting a job as in a hotel restaurant that's nice and expensive. You're going to meet some good people there.
Or like a car salesman, if you're working for someone like BMW, most of the people that are buying the BMWs aren't going to be poor. Doesn't sound nice, but most people that are buying a new BMW that costs like minimum 40 grand, 50 grand, go up to hundreds of thousands, are going to have a good income. You're interacting with them, you're selling things to them, you're going to know them on a first name basis. You're going to hope maybe you get their phone number, start interacting with them properly, and then they can mentor you. It's just, even if you get a job isn't a bad thing, because even if it's not helping you with the networking side, it may be able to give you the finance to have the money and the freedom to go and pursue what you want to do. Like if you're doing e-commerce, have a normal job that can pay for the ads while you're not making money from your store. And you get the money from your job, you pay for the ads slowly pay off, people start buying from your e-com store, then you quit your job as a waiter or something, and then you just rely on your e-commerce store, for example.
Yeah, but I'm not in the position to tell you about e-commerce because I don't do e-commerce.
No, neither do I, just an example.
But what I can tell you is it's pretty easy to make money if you have a skill and you sell it. Pretty much.
I mean, I find it funny. I don't know who it was that was saying this, but you have all these guys that are like really good with girls. Like if you're good with girls, you're pretty much just selling yourself to the girl, showing them why you're better than the other dude that she's talking with, or why you're better than anyone else in the room. Most guys that are good with girls, that can pick up girls really well, do really well as salesmen. So if you go to like a car dealership, the guy who's selling you the car is most likely pretty good with girls. So if anyone's listening to this and you're good with girls and you haven't got any money, try be like a salesman in a car dealership, or sell your own product face to face, because you're probably good at it.
Or maybe picking up girls is something that people struggle with anyway. You can sell that as a service. I mean, look at Diego. We interviewed Diego Day. He's very good at picking up girls. That's what he does, and he's monetized it and made money from it. And he's a very good salesman as well.
Exactly. When you're speaking to a guy, you're pretty much just selling yourself, same as you'd sell anything else.
Yeah, but by the way, guys, you're taking advice from a guy that's never had a job in his life. I've never had a job. Have you had a job?
No, not technically, no.
Technically, no. Neither of us had a job. I've only done things self-employed.
Freelance.
I've done freelance work and I've had my businesses. And that's about it. Never worked a job. Clean slate. So to all the guys that have got a job out there, fuck you.
Well, good luck to you.
I'm joking. Chill. It's not me blowing smoke at you.
Yeah, don't worry. Just quit.
Old school business versus
modern business. Well, I can speak more on the old school. You can speak more on the new school, I guess. Even though we've got insight on both. What do you reckon is the biggest difference between the two?
I say the biggest difference so far is the time, because back then you could buy a house on a 6-month salary. Literally before you could buy a house on a 6-month salary. Now
that house is worth, or it can be like 3, 4, 5x what it's worth
more
when you bought it.
More. If you'd be working a job and it'll take you 30 years to pay off a mortgage. So it is definitely not the same. You're not in the same ball game. Old school business doesn't apply to new business now, but there's still lessons you could take from old school business that you can apply to new business. I say with modern day business, now I guess the way to build wealth is cash flow. Cash flow is so important. You can't...
It's not all about having one good month. You're better off having a consistent lower amounts, making 10k a month consistently, than having 1 month making 40k and then the next few months making nothing.
It's not even about that. I would say what you do is you get the cash flow. With the cash flow that you have, you take a portion of it and you invest it in loads of different things and multiply your money. It's like leverage.
Yeah, don't have all your eggs in one basket. Like, don't take all your money and just stick it into Bitcoin. Have it in multiple different things. If one goes up, that's good. If one goes down, it's not the biggest deal because you have your money in other things.
I'd say though, you make 10k a month. Let's say 10k a month is very good, by the way. You get 10k a month. It's not going to be good to live on. It might be, but
depends what age you are, if you have kids and what your situation is.
But if you invest that 10k a month, let's say you invest 5k a month of that into investments, that's going to multiply. It's essentially like once you have your investments sorted out, you're multiplying the cash flow you had originally and you're making more and you're leveraging that money that you had with investments. So your cash flow is the money coming in, and then the investments is the multiplier of your cash, and you'll have more money. That's how you build wealth. Then you can put into real estate, different assets. But yeah, you have people who think, yeah, I'm just going to buy real estate, bang, got one house. Congratulations.
And then what? Exactly. You're still paying it off and you're not making that much off of it. You're renting the house out. The person you're renting to, the boiler's broken, then that's your month. Then you basically spent your money that would have been income, but would have been profit that month on fixing the boiler or the internet or whatever it is that you have to fix in the house. It's just different, I guess.
What's your favourite asset?
You go first. Give me a minute to think.
So my favourite asset so far, because of my enjoyment, is watches.
I'd say cars, then watches.
Cars are not an asset.
Cars are an asset, bro.
They're not an asset.
Cars are an asset.
Especially the way you drive them. They're not an asset.
Yeah, it's going to be gone soon. But, I mean, depends which ones you buy. Some are appreciating, some are depreciating.
I still think cars are not an asset.
Why not?
Because, first of all, they go down in value.
Not all. But the majority.
They're not very easy to make liquid.
I mean, watches are good because you can just carry your wealth on your wrist, pretty much.
Yeah, and it doesn't
sell
depreciate.
It anytime.
Sell it anytime. Take it wherever you want. Very easy to travel with, and there's a good market for them. I'd say watches are a great asset, especially if you just made your first bit of money and you put it into a watch. First of all, you get to celebrate to celebrate the achievement.
You get to enjoy you get to see it and use it every day. It's on your wrist,
and then okay, well now I've got an asset.
And also, it's not like you taking $5,000, taking it to a club and spending it on bottles which go in a matter of minutes or hours. You don't get to enjoy it again. Whereas a watch, I bought the Rolex, bought it for $8,500. Some people may think it's stupid. The reality of it is, I haven't lost any money on it. I can sell it for more than I bought it for. So I paid $8,500, I could sell it for 11. The aim wasn't to make money on the watch, but I still get to enjoy what it is, and I don't lose money like I lose money buying bottles or something like that.
Real estate though, what do you think of real estate? It's more of like an old school.
More old school. I mean, depends where you are. If you're buying buildings and flats and houses in Dubai, it's like buying Bitcoin when it first started. I mean, everything there is just going up and up and up and up. If you can have a lot of real estate, like these people are okay, I want to buy a house and then rent it out. It's not gonna make you much money. If you can make it like an empire, buy like all the buildings in one area, blocks and blocks of flats, it's good. But I think now in this day and age, especially in a big city like London, it takes a lot of money. You need to have a lot of money beforehand to make it worth your time.
But this is where things have changed.
Yeah.
And things have changed now because you can do things like rent to rent, short letting. All of these things are available to people who don't have access to much money. But if you just pick up the phone and call a few people, you can do rent to rent and doesn't need a lot of money to start. So that's where things have changed.
But I feel like if you're going to do that, you're better off just setting something up online. I feel like if you're going to get into real estate in like, we'll call it London because it's not like Dubai, not everything's going up really, really fast. Somewhere like London, you're probably better off having cash flow from somewhere else and having a lot of money beforehand.
I'd say something that's very common nowadays. People are making money by freelancing or doing their online business, whatever it is, e-commerce, you have trading, they're even video editing, and you take that money, which is good money, more than like people would earn in London, and you fuck off to Thailand, and you spend a couple of months in Thailand living really cheap for 500 to 1k a month, but you're making, let's say 8k a month to 10k a month, sometimes even more.
In London, you'd be getting by, Whereas in Thailand, you could literally be living it up
No,
for
but-
£1,000 a month
Yeah, and then you have a lot of disposable income.
because you're
All
not
that-
spending it on everyday things. Like if you go to London, a coffee can be like £3-4, and you go to Thailand, you can probably get it for like 50p. Your costs are just lower, which means you have more money to invest.
You just invest and multiply and then come
Yeah.
back to London later.
Or you don't come back to London, you go to Dubai, Cyprus, Monaco, tax haven, something like that.
Fuck Monaco, man. I'm not paying
So
20
boring.
quid for a bottle of water.
Now fuck that, it looks boring, no?
Have you
Monaco
been?
looks... No, my parents have been, but they said it's really, really boring.
I'm not sure. I don't plan on going. Fuck Monaco.
Not yet. One day with a yacht, maybe.
If there's Formula 1 there, maybe.
Everyone says it's boring though, because I felt like... Here's the thing with Formula 1 I've never understood. Watching it on TV has got to be better. You go to see it in real life, you sit at one corner, the cars go, boom, boom, they go by in like 3 seconds. You have to wait 5 minutes. They come past again. Whereas if you're watching it on TV, you actually get to watch the whole race. Never understood watching
You
Formula 1
end
in
up
real life.
watching it on TV anyway when you're watching it in real life.
Yeah, you look up at the screen.
Yeah. Which, fair enough. These guys can do what they want. If they like cars, they can go. They enjoy the whole experience. It's an expensive hobby.
Seen that clip? I think was it Lando Norris? I don't know, one of the Formula 1 drivers. I think he had a crash. His car stopped working at Monaco. So he said, fuck this, just gets out of his car, walks to his yacht in Monaco on the dock, and just gets on the yacht and just leaves the car on the track. Crazy work.
I've not seen that.
I'll show it to you after. But yeah, I mean, if you're making like a solid income, like 10k a month, 15k a month, you may as well go to somewhere like Bali or Thailand where you can live super, super cheap and really enjoy your life out there before coming back to London or a big city. I think it's worth it. Loads of people are doing it now, by the way.
Yeah.
Especially if you're making money online, it's really easy. Just
Like-minded people
bring
as
it,
well.
bring a computer, bring your phone. If you've got internet, then you can literally make money from anywhere.
Yeah, I'd say online money now gives you a lot more freedom. It aligns more with the pillars of freedom because first, you have no boss. Second of all, you have all the time freedom and you have the location freedom.
And you don't have any physical things you have to go and do. You don't
So
have to go to a building.
The problem is then you don't have any like assets or valuable assets unless you're holding onto things like watches or digital assets. But a lot of people who move around, they're digital nomads. They don't really have real estate.
That's the one thing I don't like about the online. You're a bit of a nomad. You're kind of... I feel like wandering, just making money. You don't have like a base of where you are, which is one problem I have with it. I love to travel, make money online, but that's the one thing. Like, if I have a base in London with a bunch of properties and have my family here, it's different to if you're just wandering around. I feel like wandering around the world for a few months here, a few months there, making online money is nice. But I feel it gets a bit lonely because your friends may be in different countries. Your family are here, your family are there, but you're not with your family and you get to see them every few months. I think that's one thing. Like, it's a bit empty if you're doing it for a while.
Depends how you are with yourself, depending on the person.
Yeah, I mean, you may enjoy your own company, but still, humans are a creature that are a social creature. You want to be with other people.
Which you can do all over the world.
Yeah, but you can't be with your key people constantly if you're traveling around the world alone. You can't be with your mum and dad. You can't be with your siblings. You can't be with your best mate if they're not in the same country as you.
That's fair enough. Let's move on to networking.
Networking.
Something that I'd say we're quite good at in terms of people have seen. We've had good guests on the podcast. These people are most of the time our friends.
Yeah.
So you guys have
Majority
seen
of them have become friends, yeah.
You are the product of the 5 people you hang out with.
Me, myself, I, and the 3 others. No, networking. I think everyone says it like, oh yeah, just go and network. But everyone wonders, where do you start?
You have to have an
Yeah.
intention. You have to have the intention to network with the right people. You have to have value yourself. You can't just go and network if you're a fat piece of shit.
Well, you may not have to have value yourself because when we first started our podcast, we actually had no value with the podcast ourselves. We hadn't recorded a single episode, but we got big people on.
Yeah, but that was because we did it smart.
Yeah, with networking, it's hard to know where to start, where to go, where to meet people.
I say it's not. I say it's not hard.
For us,
I say not at the beginning. It's not hard.
I think the easiest way is go to like a big event. And when I say event, I don't mean like a business event, because if you go to a business event, the majority of people there are dorks and geeks and weirdos. Go to like a boxing event.
This guy's not welcome at any business event in the future. Fuck himself up.
No, spend some money on maybe like a VIP ticket. Get into go to somewhere like Misfits or a large boxing event or MMA event, something like that. Like me and Ariel did. We went to a BKFC event. We got into like a more VIP area. That's where all the high network people are. And they see you there, they're like, oh, this guy's probably doing well for himself. Just start speaking to people. Don't go in with this whole like, have to make money, have to network. Because at the end of the day, networking is just meeting and speaking to people. Go in with friendly intentions. Just speak to them, get friendly with them, take their number down, learn about them. They'll learn about you. If you've got something to offer them, good. If they've got something to offer for you, good. I think the biggest thing is just be friendly, meet people, go to places where they're going to be. It doesn't even have to be complicated, like go to a boxing event. You could just go to a nice hotel, chill in the lobby for a bit, get a coffee, see someone sit down, or they got a nice watch on, start speaking. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a Daytona. Where'd you get it from? Blah, 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 blah. Just get friendly with them. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just speak to people.
I'd say the one I like a lot is nice gyms. So go to a nice gym, you can work on yourself, you can build yourself up. And in nice gyms, you're going to find people who are high net worth because they're going to spend money on a nice gym membership, or it's a really good gym. And people who are successful, they go to the gym. It's a common thing. Another thing you said, hotels, even just chilling in a hotel lobby, sip a coffee,
so easy.
Work on your laptop.
Because you're going to get a coffee anyway, so you may as well go somewhere nice that has good people.
Yeah, I've met loads of people in a hotel lobby or in a cafe that's nice where people are working.
Yeah, if you go get a coffee, don't go to Costa. Go to a hotel. If you're in London, there's plenty of hotels. Go to one, just chill in the lobby, or go somewhere like Selfridges. Simple, like a expensive mall. Selfridges, if you don't know what that is, it's an expensive mall, has all the designer shops, plenty of people with money there. Just go chill in a cafe there or a restaurant and just start speaking to people.
I'd say location-wise as well, you want to be in countries where these high net worth. You're not going to meet anyone in Michigan, bro.
Nah, don't go to Michigan. But
don't go to Michigan or Ohio.
Somewhere like London, Dubai, New York, big cities.
Big cities.
Yeah, you're not going to find somewhere
Marbella
in
is
Essex
good.
Or something like that. Marbella is good. I have one problem with Marbella. It's kind of sketchy. You go to a paddle gym there. If you meet some guy there, he gets out of the gym, goes to a car park driving a G-Wagon. Most likely he's like a drug dealer.
You're trying to get us banned in that gym,
or
bro.
something. I don't give a fuck. You go somewhere like that, they're most likely going to be sketchy people, but you'll get a feel for it.
With networking, you've got to give some value, be an interesting person, have good conversation. Make sure you maintain the contact as well, so you don't just take their contact number and nothing.
Biggest thing, just message them every now and then. It doesn't have to be a big thing, like with Maritz, like you see he just had a boxing fight. Just message him, congrats, bro, good fight, something like that. Just like little things every now and then. Don't have to have full-on conversations, but just maintain bits of contact.
I'd say, Instagram stories. I mean, if you connect with people on Instagram and you interact with their things, Instagram stories, pop-up reply, comment on their posts.
With networking, it doesn't have to be face-to-face. You have such a big tool. You have Instagram, so everyone's on Instagram. All the big people on Instagram, just message them. Can't hurt.
And if you have a good Instagram yourself, you show your face, everything like that. Yeah. I mean, you might want your privacy. I respect privacy a lot, but at the same time, like, you got to be open as a person to be able to speak to people. If you need to network, I don't think you're doing well if you're doing it privately, unless you're like in the right places.
Yeah, but it's just not going to work, because the whole point of networking is to meet people. If you're going to be all private and not let people know who you are, you can't really network, can you?
Good point.
But yeah, I think Instagram is definitely the biggest tool. Like when we went to Florence, we got invited by Malcolm Byers. Most of the people that were there with us, like out of the boys, like all 6 of them, Malcolm had never met face-to-face before. It was all off of Instagram and speaking to them. It worked so well. Literally, he never met some of these people before. He worked his magic, and then he had them fly out to the other side of the world just to come see him in a boxing event. Simple as that.
Once you have a good network, it's so much easier to build it, because when you know people, you just get introduced through other people.
They know people that have similar interests to you.
Multiplies so much faster. Once you get to a certain level of your network, it just multiplies and you start getting more valuable people.
The more you meet people, the easier it is to meet more people.
But you want to be authentic.
Yeah, you don't want to be fake.
Authentic connections. Because if you're not authentic, people aren't going to trust you.
That's the thing with the networking. Okay, these guys are making millions a year. I'm not. I don't have to put on a persona and say to them, yeah, I'm making this, I'm making that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Just be honest. Say, look, if they ask you what do you do, say, well, I've got a podcast. I'm trying to make more money. Just be friendly and honest. It can't hurt, because if they don't want to help you, good. At least you know they don't want to help you. And if they do help you, good. They help you. There's no loss at the end of the day.
Or you could try help them.
Yeah.
You could be like, yeah, from an outside perspective, I see this. Or I know this person. Let me introduce you to him. Things like that just open up.
People think when you go speak to like you can relate it to a girl, because most people listening are our age with girls. They'll see an ugly girl, they'll speak to them as if it's completely normal, with no they don't change their personality, they don't change how they speak. But then they'll go to a girl they like, good looking girl, and for some reason they'll change the way they speak and they'll start acting differently because they feel like they have to put on a persona. The reality is she just looks a little bit better. She's still a person. Same with these rich people, they're still people. At the end of the day, he's just a person making more money. He still wants you to be honest. He doesn't want you to lie to him. But the biggest difference, I think, with rich people is people that are doing well for themselves. I don't want to say advice, but you can critique them and they'll take it on board. Someone who's not doing that well for themselves, they're so protected of what they're doing. Like someone just started a business. If you say to them, well, this isn't so good, maybe you should do that, they're going to get like, whoa, take a bit of offense from it. They'll be like, hold up a second. Whereas someone who's doing very, very good for themselves, they can be like, you know what? Good point, take it on board. They'll maybe listen or be like, maybe I should change it on my website, or maybe I should speak to people in a different way because they want to benefit themselves. And they'll take every bit of advice, think, is it worth it? Should I listen? They may not listen at the end of the day, but at least you said it and they're going to take it on board.
I spoke to one of my guys, someone who I look at as one of the best networkers I know. He knows loads of people. He's very, very good at what he does. I'd almost call him an expert. And I asked him, I said, I have a question for you, bro. Is there a secret you have to networking and building connections? And he said, brother, I believe that I can meet anyone that I want in the world, but I ask myself, what will I do meeting someone if they don't know who I am? So what I do is, I build my business to become well known in my domain. In fact, the best at what I do. Through that, I study who I appreciate. I study them and the people around them to understand what drives them, business-wise, etc. Then I ask myself if I can add any value to them. And if I can, I put 2 and 2 together, and not only do I get them into a corner, but ensure I make them money with me in whatever endeavors that are common to both of us. So what I've done, I've asked many people who are successful, what is their secret or what is their key? This is what we ask them on the podcast and we find out through that as well. But I always take it down. I write it down and it's really helpful. And I've got here things I've written down for networking. I've said, you are the product of the people you hang around with. Therefore, if you want to become successful, you've got to hang around the right people.
Like what David Feldman said, if you hang around with shit people, you're going to smell like shit.
Yeah.
You're a product of the people you hang around with.
Try get into a same room as high net worth individuals.
Which isn't actually that hard, as we said before. It's really not that hard.
Find a common interest, build relationships, take down contact details, stay in touch, follow up, provide them with value. With
common interest, watches is the easiest one. The amount of conversations I've had just speaking about, like some guy will come and be like, oh, is that an Omega Speedmaster? I'll go, yeah. And I look at his wrist and he's got something nice on, and then we start speaking from there. You don't even have to have something on yourself. Someone's wearing a watch, it's so easy to see what it is. You just go to them, oh, is that a Rolex? I go, yeah. And you just start speaking about it. It's the easiest thing. It's not like someone has a car and they have the keys in their pocket and it's parked in a garage. You just go up, it's like they're wearing it, it's on them, it's visible. You just have a small conversation about it, take down their phone number. It's literally, I promise you, watches is the easiest thing. That's another good thing about having watches as an asset. The easiest thing to speak to people about if you're interested in it.
Yeah. And with these people as well, they love speaking to people. If you are young, let's say 16 to 20, and you have an interest in becoming successful and you meet these people, they're going to be really interested in talking to you. They're going to want to give you advice. They see you as something different. They're going to want to give you advice. They're going to want to help you.
They love to give advice.
They see what they see in themselves, let's say 20 years before when they were at their age. So they love to help people.
Because a lot of the time when they were like, these guys are like in their 50s, 20, 30, when they were our age and they were in their teens, making money like how people are nowadays online wasn't a thing. So they're interested. They want to speak to you. They want to give you advice. They're like, they see that you're not some other kid just doing bullshit stuff. They see what you're doing is influential, and they recognize you for what you're trying to do. They're not judgy. They see, oh, he's 18, 19, trying to make a couple quid, trying to do well for himself, and they're proud. I don't want to say proud because they're not your dad, but they're like, good on you.
I'm going to close off the networking segment with the next point as well. If you're well traveled, then you're going to meet some people and you're more interesting.
Also, having a network in different countries is good.
It's
not
great.
Just in the country you live in.
It's great. I mean, everywhere we go, like, we'll have people there.
We go to Bali, we have people in Bali. We go to Dubai, people in Dubai. America, we have people in America. Europe, same thing.
Yeah. you can always message someone. Everywhere I go, I make sure there's a contact I can message, whether that's on Instagram, whatever. Hey, bro, you in Bali? Hey, bro, you in Miami? It's good. You meet other people. It allows you to see the place better, and you're gonna like be taken care of. But it makes you
helps.
more of an interesting person. When you've traveled, you have more to talk about, you've experienced more. And instead of having conversations like, did you watch the last episode of Love Island?
Fuck
Oh my
off,
God.
man. It's a shambles. It always annoys me. It's like, no, I don't care about some random dude and girl kissing each other on some shitty live TV show that makes no
Did
odds
you
to my
see
life.
Chelsea beat Arsenal?
No, I don't care, bro. It's some dude kicking a ball into the net. Does it make any odds to my life?
Bro, Real Madrid just signed some Spanish kid from the favelas. No way.
Who gives? Who gives a fuck?
But if you talk about yourself and you're interesting, you're going to find it easy to talk to people and network.
Because everyone in the UK likes football. You're not different if you say, oh, did you see the Tottenham game or the Arsenal game? It's like, who gives a shit? Who really gives a shit? Does it make any odds to my life? No. Is it going to make me more money? No. I'm not a gambler, so no, it's not going to make me any more money. It's pointless. If you watch every now and then, okay, but then make your whole life, whole personality some football player wearing another man's surname on your back. That's just gay. Think about it, bro. You're walking around wearing, I don't know, give me a footballer. I don't watch football. Name me one. Messi. You're walking around with a Messi shirt. You're wearing another man's name on your back. It's kind of gay, you know? Wearing another man's name on your back, repping someone else's brand. Get out of here with all that rubbish.
A lot of people are going to be offended.
I don't give a fuck. The whole of the UK is going to be offended from that. Everyone here likes football.
Yeah.
Yeah, carry on. Sorry about that.
No, good.
Went off on a little tangent there.
It was a good tangent.
It was a good tangent.
Travel, experience new things, risk your life, get lost in some random country and get yourself out of it.
It's like dad law. You know, something to tell your kids at the end of the day. Oh, this night went shit. Let's go home. No, just think about it. Let's make it more shit. Let's just do some dumb stuff.
Let's chuck our phones in the river.
At the end of the day, we can tell our kids, me and Ariel were in China.
Any final words that you want to say?
About traveling, I'll say, like a lot of people, this really applies to Americans. Most Americans travel within America. They'll go to like Mexico. They'll go to places in South America.
Yeah, but bro, like that's still different cultures. They travel inside the United States. They'll go from
America,
New York
but the
to
majority,
Florida.
a lot of Americans just go to Mexico. As someone like I live in the West, live in London. When I first went to somewhere like Singapore, it's a crazy culture shock. Going to the East is insane how different the world is. Gives you a real different perspective on how different places are. Like being in London is like polar opposites of being in Thailand. The people are way friendlier, really cheap to live there. You can live on like 10 quid a day. Everyone's happy to help you. The sun's out.
So it's gonna be raining every day in Thailand.
It's gonna be raining.
But for me, it's like it's a new experience. For you, you've been to all these countries that we're gonna go to.
Yeah.
You've been to
except China. I haven't been to China.
But you've been to Singapore. You've been to Bali. You've been to Thailand.
Singapore.
So we have to do something different. So we should go to Chiang Mai.
We should. I can't lie. Top 2 cities: Miami and Singapore.
Wow.
Top 2 cities I've ever been to.
That's crazy.
Miami 6.
We'll be there
Singapore
next week.
Just different.
Thank you guys for watching another solo episode. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, keep an eye out for our new podcast episodes coming out every 2 weeks with interesting guests and interesting stories. And follow us on our journey to becoming successful, because we're here, we're doing our thing. Things are going to change in the next years. You're going to see us in different positions to when we started. So please follow along, support us, and I'm excited for the journey with you guys.